Hey guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, we are going to be doing an update on the $500 swing trading challenge. A little over 10 weeks ago, I decided to fund a Moomoo account with $500 to prove to you it's not about how much money you have. It all comes down to the strategy and approach you have when swing trading in the stock market. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this, and if you guys are new to the channel and you're like, who is this guy? My name is Carter. I'm a full-time swing trader, and I have been for over 6 years. And with that being said, we do have an amazing school where I teach people how to find these stocks, the strategies, the approach, everything when it comes to swing trading. I highly recommend this course, guys. It's awesome. We got a private live streams, we got quizzes, we got lectures, we got literally everything. And we're doing a massive sale, 50% off. All you got to do is use code LIONS, like the Detroit Lions, because I'm a huge fan, and you guys get 50% off using code LIONS. So check it out down below. And guys, let's dive into this. So this past week we took one trade, which is fine. A lot of people think you need to trade a million stocks. No, you just need to be right on one. You need to have a high quality play with one setup. Now this past week we had one of the best returns of this challenge. We made 16%, or a little over $128, which is incredible. This brings our total account balance from 700 all the way up to over $904. I think it was 770 up to $904. So let's talk about the trade and the setup and all that stuff. And don't forget to use code LIONS to get 50% off. And let's dive into this. So like I said, when it comes to swing trading in the markets here, for me and my approach, I love using a trading journal. I love a checklist just to make sure I'm always choosing high quality, and that's why I got my handy dandy trading journal right here so I can keep track of that. And I'll put this down below for you guys as well so you guys can get it. It's right on Amazon. But what do I look for? So the first thing I look for is the trend. So this is the stock that we traded, NVIDIA. One of the reasons I love it is we have this great upward trend. I always imagine the trend of the stock is like a river. It's a lot easier to, swim downstream with the current than trying to swim upstream. I always imagine it. That's just how my brain processes it. The next thing I need is support. So support is where we just get natural tendencies of getting buying pressure. It could be at a certain trend line, indicator, certain price. In this instance, you guys can see that NVIDIA has this great trend line where it hits this line, and each and every time it actually hits this line, we have good buying pressure. So it hits it once, twice, almost actually 3 times, 4 times, recently 5 times. Okay, so now, when we entered this position, our average cost was near and around 102. So we actually did a really, really good fill. We got a great fill. The best fill we could have gotten was $100. So $2 difference, not that big of a deal. The next thing I want to look for is something called the RSI. The RSI stands for the Relative Strength Index. It tracks momentum. And at the time of purchase, it was trading for a 35. So, the thing is normally we want something under a 30, right? That's kind of the standard. But if we look back at the previous points of contact where it was trading at a 35 on the RSI, we've had great buying pressure there. So last time was back in here where we had this great move. Previous to that was back in here where we had this great move, and it was on the trend line. Previous to that was back in here where we had these good moves. So now looking at it, right, going through that checklist again, stock on an upward trend, sold off down to a level of support. It's undervalued on the RSI. What else do we look for? So for me, I never want to hold through an earnings, and given they just released earnings, I knew we weren't going to be in a position where earnings would play a factor. Earnings is a 50-50 chance of making money, and for me, I don't like those odds. I always want higher. So I never trade during earnings. You can be right and make a bunch of money, or you could be wrong and lose a bunch of money. The last thing that I want to look for is hourly, looking at the hourly support and making sure we have a good risk and reward. So with this position, we entered near and around the 102, and this is why I love Moomoo and pretty much why I use them, and I'll put Moomoo down below for you guys as well. And this is just a broker. So entering here, right, setting our stop loss just below this trend line, setting our target up at resistance gives a 6-to-1 risk and reward. So risking $1 to make $6, which is incredible. So meaning you risk $10 to make $60. You risk $100 to make $600. So when you start thinking of it like that, it can add up very, very quick here. So the last thing I need here is hourly. So you guys can see the great amount of support right here, right in this window. And this is where we entered near and around 102. And the thing is honestly with this is I really think that NVIDIA, during this time of purchase, you can even see the previous price support back in here where we had this window of good buying pressure. So it had some good price support as well. We entered, setting stops below it, and the stock has rallied up ever since. And that's the thing about swing trading, is just making sure you guys understand what you're doing, keeping it simple. A lot of people think you need to have a million different indicators, different studies. But for me, I love the expression miss. Make it simple, stupid. Don't overcomplicate your trading. And if you're just starting out, focus on base hits. This past week, 16% is astonishing. And it very rarely happens that much. I'm a type of trader where I believe in those 1, 2, 3% returns that just compound over time. Yeah, I've been doing this 10 weeks now and we're up $400 and that's awesome. That's absolutely fantastic. My job as a trader is to make money. That's it. That's my job. So guys, focus on base hits. If you're just starting out, check out our school. You won't regret it. Code Lions, 50% off. I'll see you guys in there. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.